What's up, guys? This is Kyle from Wax Museum, and today I have a cut autograph project that I'm probably equal parts excited and nervous about. And you've seen some of the custom projects I've done on the channel before. So, like the most recent one included this Tom Heinsohn autograph. It's a pretty low risk, low value project where I'm taking a Tom Heinsohn signed index card and I'm putting it in a template and a format that I've worked with before. So I'm very familiar with it. And they're not perfect, but I like the way they turned out. And actually, I will have an update on these in the future as well. This was wave one. I did 5 cards. I'm going to do at least 5 more. I do have a Bill Russell signed book. I think I'm going to use that. But anyway, so look for an update on those in the near future. But anyway, if you've seen some of my other recent mail days, then you saw this Pacers lot that I got that had pictures. It had like a season ticket order form. It had autographs. It had a little bit of everything, including some Roger Brown autographs. And this one was in there. You can see Roger Brown right here, Pacers Hall of Famer. And I don't want to lose that Ron Perry autograph, but I got to thinking, what can I do with this Roger Brown signature? I want to do something with it. And I was thinking, I've always wanted a signed Roger Brown rookie, but the price is just ridiculous on those. And I was looking at his rookie card, and I thought, you know what? I think that signature would fit pretty well in this area right here. So I already had this one at the house. And if you look at this, well, this one's stained on the top. That's just not going to be a good look. I want it to at least look decent, right? That I can control. Some of my mistakes, it is what it is, but that I can just buy another copy. So I put that one to the side, and I purchased this one, which has a little stain here, but I thought, you know what, I'm punching that part out anyway. That's going to be the plan. I'll punch that part out, and I'll put the autograph behind it, and then I can actually, what do I do for the back there? Well, why don't I just take this one where the front's messed up and adhere that to the back and kind of sandwich that autograph in there and have this part cut out here. So I think that's what I'm going to attempt. And I've never done this before. I'm sure other people have done it. I haven't seen it done. I haven't looked up videos to see people doing that. So I'm just going to kind of try it on my own and see how it goes here. So the first step is just going to be punching that card out. And I am going to take my time on this because I don't want to mess it up. So I might have to speed parts of the video up or whatever. But anyway, that's my first step here. So that's one of the more nerve-wracking parts for me because I've messed up plenty of punches. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. I am just going to kind of line it up on where the pink meets the white and just use that as my guide. I think that's my best course of action there. So here we go. All right. And hopefully that doesn't. Okay, good. It looked like it didn't crease the side of the card. I was kind of worried about that as well. So now I just have to make sure this lines up, which is easier said than done. I've messed this up plenty of times before. So I'm going to look over here. I really hate this part. Okay, and that actually looks straight because a lot of times what will happen is like it'll be messed up there because I didn't line those up well enough. So that went about as well as I envisioned it going. So I don't like cutting cards up normally, but for a project like this, I'm okay with it. So now we've just got some Roger Brown legs here. Okay. So I've not cut this out yet, and that's going to be my next step, but I kind of want to measure it first and see where I need to cut and try to keep as much of that Ron Perry autograph as possible as well. Man, that cut is a near perfect fit in there, though, so I am pretty excited about that. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I really can't leave much room on the sides. I do have to leave some room on the top and bottom. Now the bottom will contain part of that autograph, but the top not so much. So maybe I'll leave a little bit more on the top. So I'm going to take my pencil here and just kind of, and like, I can always erase this. I'm going to do some light marking on here Sorry, I'm a lefty. I know I'm covering everything up. That's one thing I always had an issue with when I was in the classroom with the document camera. I'd always cover everything up when I was trying to model it for the students. All right, so there is our general outline. And I want to try and cut it a little bit bigger than that. So this part makes me nervous as well, because if you don't cut it right, you've got nothing for it to adhere to. So like what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave, maybe a flap, I don't know, maybe even up to here. I want to do something like that. And then I'm thinking, because I don't want it to go to the edges necessarily, so I can do it like that. And I'm also not cutting any other autographs that way if I do that. That's the thinking. Now, we are going to lose part of Ron Perry. It is what it is. Maybe a little bit of Freddie Lewis as well. Freddie's signed for me multiple times in the mail. So that, it is what it is. I do think I'm going to have to... sorry, Ron Perry. I do think part of Ron Perry's going to have to go. Hate that for you, Ron Perry, but I'll salvage part of it. Okay, so that's the plan. That's how I'm going to handle this one here, and I am going to take my time with it. Oh, sorry, Ron Perry. Okay, so we've got our autograph piece. And then I am going to... I'm almost tempted to leave these lines on, just for when I go to glue it, but I'm just going to have to do a good job of lining that up. Okay. I should have grabbed a white eraser. That one's probably going to leave some marks. Actually, I have one on my desk here. This is what I use for prepping cards for autographs too. For like glossy cards, these white high polymer erasers, they work pretty well if you don't like using baby powder. I hate using baby powder. I don't want anything to do with that. Okay. All right, so that, when I go out to the garage here in a little bit, and that's going to be close on the sides. I might not have left enough. I might have messed that up a little bit. We'll see. We'll see if I can't position that. That's going to be the hardest part. And we will go from there. Okay, so I let this dry for about 2.5 hours, and I think I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. There is some excess glue that kind of came out here once the card was pressed together. I probably need to go back with an X-Acto knife or something and clean that up a little bit. I'm going to be careful with that, though. I don't want to rush it. But overall, I'm happy with the way it turned out. I was a little concerned when I applied the spray adhesive, and the card basically lost all its form. I mean, it wasn't rigid anymore. It's not like an ultra modern card where it can get wet. These old cardboard cards, I mean, you're just, you're adding liquid to a piece of cardboard, so it kind of loses its form. But it regained that over time, and like I said, I'm happy with the way it turned out. A friend of mine suggested maybe I should use a pretty strong glue stick, and I think that's not a bad idea. That would maybe prevent having to tape those little pieces like I did earlier as well. But overall, I'm happy with the way this turned out. Not sure where I'm going to go with it from here on out. I might even get it slapped by PSA. Obviously, it's not an authentic 1971 card anymore. It would just be a cut autograph, but I'm okay with that. And this is my economy version of a 1971 Roger Brown. So anyway, just like my last custom videos, I'm going to put this out there. There are those of you that can probably make the process better. I hope you do that. I hope it helps you out. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you've tried as well. And in the meantime, remember there are new episodes of the audio podcast that come out every Thursday. And as always, thanks for watching.